It's
Oh,
all that pizza talk, really, with Mitch.
I know.
He gets distracted, pizza, anything about food, and we're off on a tangent. But
But
we get right back.
seriously, tomato
Yeah,
sauce,
that's just another level. Mitch is a weird human being, but that confirms it. And well,
it's basically
Invictus,
bread with ketchup at this point. Like,
yeah,
ugh.
it is. It is. Well, you know what's better than that? This game. Invictus taking on Divine Vendetta. Now, this team, I want to touch on the maps a little bit because the second map, Nuke, I'm a little strange. I'm estranged to this pick. I don't know why Divine Vendetta would go towards a tactical map based on what we've seen from them in their opening match. It's very much just all the firepower, and I suppose that's what makes them exciting to watch. And well, they have lost a man early into this pistol round.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? They have the first win, but Destroyer taking the fight. Viva, just sniping them down. He should be falling on back. He's still facing. One more bullet remaining, and Havoc's gonna find him. So, a little messy start here, but Flying is gonna find Havoc. Bomb down. It's all on Davidov. I love the way the name just rolls off, Davidov.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah, he gets the kill. It's a 1v2. He can actually potentially, if he can find his two separate 1v1s, he can maybe pull this one off. Xiaosage playing it very passively. Problem is he's been spotted out, and that should be the call for Oi to push on in and try and catch him in the crossfire. Well, crossfire doesn't really pan out, but Davidov won't get anything done. So the thing with Divine Vendetta are, I feel like they're a team with promise. As Camel Riders, they did manage to beat D13 in the previous RMR. They lost to Marzalai then, but Marzalai right now they've dropped off quite a bit, which is why the win they had over Marzalai, it was a messy affair. They got the win. I don't want to take that away from them, especially Pokemon and Havoc just basically just styling all over Marzalai. But against a team like Invictus, recent result, it was a close affair. So I don't really want to count them out. And considering Invictus have shown that they can bleed, and even if when they're not playing against a Tyloo or a Tiger or a Vici, that they are susceptible to losing games against some of the underdog teams. I feel like Divine Vendetta, they do have a decent chance, a decent shot, and the new pick could potentially be kind of like a pocket pick. They probably have some set strats in their pocket, and they're probably trying to catch Invictus with their pants down, basically.
The issue I have here for this series for Divine Vendetta is we take a look at their last matchup only 4 days ago against Invictus, and it was a 2-0 for Invictus. I'm not going to say it wasn't too close. I mean, it was rather convincing to a certain extent. Invictus 16-12, 16-11. It's definitely enough rounds to be respectable here for Divine Vendetta, but it's a comfortable enough win for the Invictus side. And the scary part for me is Invictus are looking so damn good. It feels like they're getting better throughout this tournament, right? They're kind of hitting a peak with Flying just being an absolute star. They could have taken down Tiger in their opening matchup. Couldn't quite do it, unfortunately. Yesterday, taking down Tyloo, like this is definitely looking good for Invictus. So I'm a little scared here for Divine Vendetta. We'll see if Flying gets off to a good start in this matchup, because if he does, he's very difficult to stop.
It is, and I kind of find it funny that this particular team, Divine Vendetta, I mean, they were called Camel Riders, were literally a POG team who were just playing for fun, and they just qualified for the Asian Minor. They're, oh, okay. I guess we had to play a little bit more seriously now, and they have. I won't lie. They, considering the fact that they're playing all the way from the Middle East, they have a little bit of a ping disadvantage. They have really put on a show here, but that SMG from Viva, actually, it's going to be Xiaosage. Picks up a double, doesn't take too much of damage, and he's going to be falling on back. Flash up high. He's going to go for the face, but a brilliant shot from Edge Ram, running and gunning. He's going to get the bomb down. Now, unfortunately, Davidov is getting hunted down, but Destroyer, the hunter, becomes the hunted, and Flying will eventually find him. And Edgeram's unaware of where the second CT is, so he could have got the bomb down, but now, oh, he might have overthought this a little bit too much, Tinker.
Well, Flying does go down now. It's Oi versus Ojam. We'll see if he can win this one. 20 seconds left. Oi has an MP9. This could be the round for Divine Vendetta. The skill just there. 3 kills and a round picked up for Divine Vendetta. That's exactly what you want to see early on. They lose the pistol, but they come back into it with the second round win. And that's the kind of skill we know this team have. They can get these kind of rounds. We've seen so many of them against Marzalai where they just have pistols and they made it work.
Oh yeah, and I think that's something Invictus need to be very wary of. I'm a little tired of, like, I know we haven't seen too many games from Divine Vendetta, but if you looked at Marzalai, yeah, you have Zilkenberg, Machine Gun, and all those old school Mongolian superstars in the lineup, but you don't necessarily just want to go for duels. This team, they can take those duels. They can very much hold their own against some of the better aimers in the Asian region. So for Invictus, I've liked some of the stuff that they've done, at least tactically, and I would like them to maintain that, right? You have the firepower, but you don't just rely on that. Don't go for these individual duels. And that particular round, Nothing against EdgeRam, but how many? He was given 3 separate 1v1s. And you give someone like that, he's a veteran in the scene in the Middle East as well. You give those sort of opportunities to players like Havoc, like EdgeRam, and even Pokemon, you're going to be in for a rough time. However, speaking of duels, this time around it is Invictus with the Deagles. I want to keep a tracker, maybe you can ask production, a tracker for the number of rounds that Invictus wins only with Deagles. Because I think at this point it is getting to ludicrous levels.
That's the exciting thing about this matchup as well, though. You know, Invictus known as the Deagle round winners, but Divine Vendetta have that up their sleeve as well. So I've got a feeling we're going to see some crazy rounds throughout this series, Blair. And so far, they have delivered. Destroyer with the Deagle. Okay, up on top of Second Oranges as they walk forward. Pokemon around the corner looking for the shot. It's one. Okay, getting himself a kill. Pokemon with one, but it's not Dividov. Looking to pull off a 1 versus 3 with the 8K. They're peeking him. Okay, will find the kill. And it's 2-1 up for Invictus Gaming. They went off the back of pistols, number 1.
Number 1. There we go. And Divine Vendetta, I mean, I hope it's not one of those games, Dinko, where it's like, you know, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and you kind of like you start losing your mind watching some of these rounds. Little sloppy there from Divine Vendetta, especially towards mid. Like, why is no one spotting top of mid? Why haven't he smoked it off if you're just going to be having no eyes on that? Little, very rough anti-eco there. Well, honestly, from both the teams. But now, it is the buy. For both the sides, force buy for Divine Vendetta. I don't really blame them for it. It's still early days. They would want to, like, try and break Invictus's economy if they can. And it's a little bit of an interesting buy weaponry. We have the Galil, we have the AK-47, and I think this is a new addition to the HUD. I don't think I noticed this yesterday, but hold on to that thought. Tyke finds 2 kills, up close, destroy and flying. So trades being quite even at the moment. Oi, alone on the A bomb set. He's got that MP9, but he has no idea as to where the T's are going to be coming in from. For the time being, Divine Vendetta holding towards brackets. The rotation has arrived.
And this makes things much more difficult now. The Divine Vendetta. Oh, but that kill, that changes things. Dividov finding success. Now Viva, oh, comes the lamb wrong. Oh no, that is not exactly what he would have hoped for. Should have taken the second kill, but EdgeRam gets rid of him. And now 2 versus 1. Sergei looking for it. 35 seconds in play. The bomb plant coming through from EdgeRam. And now Sergei looking to try and pull up the 1 versus 2. He looks down in towards default. 1 player currently standing there, but they're just holding the crossfire. They're not giving him anything. Delaying the time, running it down. There's no kit here at all, and EdgeRam's get a peek around the corner. He's a hero of that round in a lot of situations there, you know. Off towards long, if he goes down, the round's done. So he gets 2 important kills to close the round. It's 2-2. Okay, this is immediately what we expect from these two teams. Just crazy Counter-Strike, back and forth, and immediately we get it.
You don't expect to see that on something like Inferno, though, right? Like, you expect to see the crazy
Inferno is one of
Counter-Strike.
the more reasonable maps, usually, but you know how crazy these teams are when they're doing it on Inferno.
Oh yeah, indeed, 100%. And I like the way they played a 1v2 in the end there, not giving Shao Sage a single chance. They didn't go for the peak, they kept teasing him. And now, once again, Invictus back to the pistols. This time it's not a force buy, just the Deagle investment. And Divine Vendetta, they should hopefully be playing this one a little bit better than they did so far. But it's been back and forth. Dinko, I just wanted to point it out. Like, was this there yesterday where you can see the pistol model on the HUD, or the gun models on the HUD? And when the bullets get rattled off, it actually, the white becomes like, it slowly like dissipates, showing how many bullets are left in the magazine. You actually notice that when someone rattles off a few bullets, and that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I mean, this HUD, I said it on Twitter yesterday, probably one of the best I've worked with. Very clean, easy to follow, best looking as well. And well, Viva.
And for 4K.
Oh yeah, 4K, that
on
definitely does
YouTube.
help. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have a 4K screen, so I need to get one of those, Blair.
I think the amazing thing and the terrible thing about the 4K is the fact that, well, 4K is great, but at the same time, I get to see the mistakes in 4K, which really does make me hurt. But Divine Vendetta, they've shown their presence towards top of Banana. They're going to be coming on up. There's 3 players here. Viva going to be playing up in front of the smoke. Pokemon's going to find him and a peek from Oi. But they all peek separately, leaving it all in Xiao Sage with the Deagle. And he might find one. Deagle spams, only good for the 1 kill, leaving Flying alone. And a much better round from Divine Vendetta. They just lose the 1 player, that is Pokemon, after he got a couple of kills. And that should be the round here, unless Flying does something truly insane. He finds Type. But the double peak coming out again, and that should be round number 3. Finally, a team stringing a couple of rounds together. Dinko, I thought I'd probably never see this for the for the duration of this map.
I just want to shout out because we've got production now tracking the Deagles, and that's going to be super fun to see these statistics at the end of this game, because Invictus, I swear, they do it so often. And watch them only do it once or something right now, Blair. After we start tracking it, that's where they all just stop.
Yeah, honestly, shout out to production. They're actually keeping, like you said, they're keeping track of the Deagle. They're really listening to the casters and, well, basically making our lives enjoyable. And, you know, I love stats. Like Jason said, he loves stats. I love stats as well. I feel like the beauty of Counter-Strike sometimes gets lost in... when you just look at it from a pure eye test, right? But if you look at the stats and the breakdown, like if the stats are good enough, you can literally break a game down without even having watched it. And that's how cool stats can be. I love this. The explode out, the waterfall out from the apartments, and just the two-player stack towards A. And Davidoff should have a pretty comfortable time here picking up the remaining players. Although, I don't think Invictus would be looking to feed that SMG in the hands of EdgeRam. And so they're going to be playing this one safe, and it's going to be round number 4 for Divine Vendetta. And I gotta say, Dinko, I feel like, honestly, like, just based off what we've seen with Divine Vendetta recently and what we've seen from Invictus, I feel like they could make this much closer. I still feel Invictus are the favorites here, but I feel like Divine Vendetta, they're going to make them sweat for each and every one of these rounds.
Oh, you're never going to be able to breathe, that's for sure. Invictus are going to have issues. Divine Vendetta just have so much skill, it's hard to see a world in which they don't bring the fight to them time and time again. But Viva, oh, I like this, but kind of bluffed this opportunity. He will go down. Sage takes down Davidov, but only the 1 player falling here for Divine Vendetta. They keep the money afloat on most of the players, and take a look at how much they've got. 4.5k average around the fight. A few players really increasing that average, with Havoc on 6.2k, EdgeRam as well. They're going to keep the MP Knights, the Galil, but the rest on AK, so a little bit of a bonus round, but for the most part, this should be a round that Divine Vendetta have success with. And take a look at what Invictus have. It's the AWP out in the hands of Destroyer. Now, I want to see what he can do with this.
All right, Destroyer. He has been a little bit hit or miss, but that is a hit. But EdgeRam just pushes an immediate trade. Nice peek from Viva, just ensuring that the trade does still go the way of Invictus and they maintain the man advantage. It's not really a bonus round because they do have the rifles here, but Divine Vendetta just trying to... That chicken seems stuck, I'm sorry. Just like running into the wall.
Put it out of its
misery.
Yeah,
well, there's no flush on the server, so I guess it's going to keep running on around. But yeah, Invictus at least ensuring that they do maintain the man advantage. And Vendetta, they're taking it slow. They're waiting for the regression from the CTs. And the fact that they have so much of map control means that Invictus, they're using up a lot of utility early on. They're playing all the way from the back of the side. And that means rotation is going to be pretty far away. If they can potentially maybe sell the fake towards either the A bomb side or towards B and then draw out 1 more player, they could make the hit on the other one a little bit easier. But I do like and I do appreciate the mid-round push from Destroy, the fact-finding mission from him with AWP, avoids a flashbang, finds Havoc, and with that, it's a 2v4, and things are looking a little grim at the moment for Divine Vendetta.
Molotov going down, good boost though. Viva will take down Davidov, and that Molotov actually separates his teammates, so Viva follows up. 3 kills from in the round, really solid one coming through it. As soon as Invictus get the rifles back to winning ways. See, with Divine Vendetta having so much money available, they can purchase up again. Davidov on the AWP, they've got the AKs out on the rest. Destroy getting a good pick down in towards middle early on, but Viva just had a brilliant round overall towards B. They tried to go, I feel like for the most part, this is all just 1 by 1. If you take a look at these replays, every single fight that came in, Divine Vendetta were on their own. The spacing was totally off in that round.
And I think that's the one thing, that is the one complaint I have of Divine Vendetta, is how they look so good in one round, and suddenly whatever like good things I saw from that in that round, it just goes away for the next one, for the preceding one, which is unfortunate. Like, if they maintain the consistency and the discipline that they show in some of the good rounds, I feel like that could be a much more dangerous opponent. But let's see what they do here. They've lost an early player already to the Orc of Shao Sage's. And this time, aggression from Invictus towards Banana. They have a player pushed up towards the logs, and that is Viva. AK-47 in hand. He's got Shao Sage nearby as well. Blind trying to block the smoke. There is a gap there. He's going to try and take advantage of it, but he realizes if he pushes on out, his vision will be obscured. In fact, his face is going to be obscured with that bullet. Edgeram finding a very important trade frag. And look at him pushing it towards CD spawn. That is massive, but the bomb's dropped, Dinko. All the way towards T spawn. And this has just gone out of control.
That's just crumbled immediately here for Divine Vendetta. And I think this is what is so exciting about Invictus. They get aggressive so much on the CT side of Inferno. Now, too often do we see teams play completely passively, right? We see these teams just sit back on the bomb sides, concede banana control, and it's very still to watch, right? You just allow the T side to do whatever they like. I think Invictus probably realized if we let Divine Vendetta just get into the spaces, take the fights against us, and let them just come to us, then that's where Divine Vendetta are probably going to feel they're most comfortable. But Invictus are bringing the fight to Divine Vendetta early on into these rounds, and it's really working out for them.
It is. And like I said, one thing about Invictus we notice quite often is how, they lose a part of the map, they have a man disadvantage somewhere, they are not afraid to re-aggress out. Now, there are times where they do re-aggress, just like one guy just walking on out all by his lonesome, and that is not advisable. It does tend to work out sometimes, but it's too hit or miss for my liking. But what they did towards the banana area, that was great. The moment the trade happens towards A, they work in tandem. Viva getting flashed in by Shao Sage, and they catch the bomb carrier who had a scope trained in the position of the car. He wasn't expecting a CT to have pushed up that deep into banana. And with that, Invictus had tied things up. And for Divine Vendetta, it's going to come down to the Deagles once more. They do have a few players with some Kevlar. Flashbang in hands of Edgeram. That's about a double nade towards logs. Again, Invictus ensuring that banana control will not be given away that easily. But Divine Vendetta heading towards the A bomb site. And again, think of these Deagles can be deadly, but right now destroys AWP. The kills.
Ooh, well, Destroyer has another opportunity. He's going to go back. He's giving me a little bit of anxiety sticking around this position, but luckily goes back to Archway, tosses the Molotov down. It's going to reface. Luckily, no one here. Could have... There is a world in which Destroyer goes down there.
Again, looking pretty scary. 2 kills for Divine Vendetta, but always seems to have an inkling where Havoc is going to be coming in from. Tyke waiting patiently towards mid. It's all about timing. Boy, he doesn't have to move because he doesn't have to train his attention anywhere away from apart from that apartment's entrance, because he's got Destroyer just spotting out Destroyer. Should be careful. Nice shot there. Tyke, I got a little worried. And Havoc trying to time it right, but Oi trusting his teammate to hold on mid and having his crosshairs trained on the apartment's entrance. So there you have it. 5 rounds for Invictus. They survive a little bit of a scare, but the buy going to be coming in again for the Middle Eastern side.
Yeah, they're going to get the rifles out again. I think this is one of the rounds they have to pick up if they're going to continue this close back and forth that they've established. If they lose this one, this is where I start to see Invictus get comfortable. The money is on their side. They'll really start to build. And over on Divine Vendetta, well, it's back to the pistols again. They'll get the Tech 9 armor most likely in this next round, but you really got to be expecting them to want to pick this round up. Viva's looked really good coming into this map, which is good to see. Destroyer as well was a little bit quiet yesterday, actually, across the series, so it'd be kind of cool to see him step up. We know he can do some nasty stuff here on Inferno. And Southside Gay takes down Pokemon. Oh, God, that's not good. What has just happened there?
That was unfortunate. I love Invictus shutting this one down from Divine Vendetta.
It's so disjointed.
Oof. Yeah, that just feels weird. That was a weird take towards me. I guess they weren't expecting that much of opposition from Invictus, perhaps. They were trying to catch them off guard while trying to be aggressive. But Tyke, Destroyer, he knows where Tyke is. He is kind of by himself here. Oi at the back, Havoc. If he times this right, he could find one. but he'll find none. All three players just looking down his direction, and I think Destroyer knows exactly where Tyke is, and there you have it. Clean round from Invictus as to get to 6. And that was much better. This is Invictus starting to... Looks like they're kind of rubbing the sand from their eyes right now. This looks much cleaner. It is a map that they should be a little bit better than Divine Vendetta. But again, it's so hard to really gauge Divine Vendetta, right? They have played a few games here and there, but it's not been against too many opposition. And against some of the better teams, they have struggled, at least in the recent past.
I mean, when it comes down to any sort of depth, I think that's where Divine Vendetta are probably going to have their problems, right? Because we know they're great individuals, but for the most part, a mix for a long time, and I've only really started playing serious Counter-Strike. So when you're going up against a team like Invictus, third best team in China, it's not going to be easy for you. And while Viva getting a double kill, he'll look for a little bit more. Edram's low HP, and somehow has got himself into this position. He's got an AWP to play with as well. There's a 2 versus 3, still a winnable position, but now unlikely with Viva taking down Tyke. So it's all on the Edram, seeing what he can do. He's down into a CT, he's going to hit a quick shot on the Viva, but just not really aware. Xiaosage's position at the back of that bomb site. Now 7-4, round picks up for Invictus. Another good round coming in from Viva, who is currently 14-7. Xiaosage though, he's 14-6. So we've had a real good behold overall at the start of this game from Invictus. And Divine Vendetta have continued to try and go this way, but they're met with early resistance, and it's immediately setting them on the back foot.
Yeah, like I think the one complaint I've had about Invictus's Inferno is the CT side, right? Where I'm like, it's too sloppy, too many mistakes, especially to how the way they hold the B bomb side. So many questionable moments yesterday, but okay, this is good. Oh. That's not good. Oh, that's a free kill. Ajam's going to go for this. Oh, the nade is perfect. The brilliant nade from Viva in the face. A little bit of overkill with a headshot, but that was Viva saving them the round.
Yeah, if he goes down, save call has to be done, but. This is a round where Divine Vendetta probably fancied their chances with that initial kill, but it's all crumbled, and now they've got to really fight back. An advantage in play for Invictus.
That should have been a free kill for Tyke. Felt like he had some good rounds with the pistols, but if he got that frag, it would have been a 3v3. And they could have started pressuring that B bomb side where they knew it was only Viva. But maintain a man advantage. Scope in from Destroyer. Havoc a little too far away to hear that. And a bomb in the backs of Davidov. Where are they going to be going with this? 45 seconds on the clock. It looks like they're going to try and sell this fake towards A. Havoc nearby. Just try and do something there. Will they be expecting 2 players is a question. Viva making contact, boosted up on top of the triple flying, going for the... that's unnecessary from flying. But, well, he gets the kill, so I guess it's all good.
I mean... a decision isn't good or bad based on its outcome, right? And well, it works. And well, Havoc and Davidov, the last 2 remaining players, and now Havoc kind of just left alone here on the A bomb side with hope and a dream, but it's Davidov with a bomb that needs to find success here, and 2 players on this bomb site. No way. Why? Why have they done that? Viva and Flying both peek into the open. They perfectly line up for Davidov. And this is the kind of round that I expect from HNCS. This is what I was waiting for, and it's happened. Now Destroy making the sprint back to the B bomb site. He's got to try and get back in here with his teammate. How has this happened? There was 8 seconds left on the timer. All they needed to do was hide, and they peek into the open. They line up, and now there's a chance for Divine Vendetta. Almost looking good for them at this point with Havoc in towards Ruins. He's going to find a headshot. Davidov. Oh my god, it's just happened, blood. What the hell is going on?
You sounded happy when he said, "Oh, this is Asian Counter-Strike" for a moment. Havoc made a footstep towards A, where I guess was trying to draw the rotation from one of the members. Now, if one player ran out, it'd be fine, but both of them go peeking. And like you said, there was no time remaining. They had to take the fight. Divine Vendetta had no idea what the players were and what... I mean...
Why is Flying peeking? Fine, Viva, get the info, but why is Flying peeking?
Yeah, it's just so weird. Like, I get it, right? Like, they heard the footsteps from Havoc towards A, and like you said, one player could rotate, but at that point in time, was there even a need to rotate? There was not enough time remaining. Divine Vendetta they didn't even know where the 2 CTs at A bomb site were, right? They just made a little bit of footsteps. All they had to do was just turtle
they haven't
up.
Spotted the bomb, they haven't got the info. They haven't got enough to do that. That's for sure.
Exactly. I mean. Oh god, Invictus. I mean, Divine's gonna be very happy with that, but that was a round that Invictus had no business losing. And with that, 5 for Divine Vendetta. Now, money, not yet a problem for Invictus, but very soon it shall be. Now, look at the aggression. Look at this from Viva now. Playing a little bit more aggressively. MP9 in hand, and that's a good position for him to play towards, but Destroyer getting hounded.
Oh,
AWP in hand. There is flying inside of the library. Now they should be aware there are 2 players here. The nade came out real quickly. But just the 1 player flying, praying at the edge of the smoke. That is so risky from him. And Oi, all by his lonesome.
oh
And,
okay.
Okay. All right, that works. That works.
That definitely works. That's a good opening. Flying just spamming through the paper-thin wall of the library. Catches out Pokemon. And okay, Tyke just with a clean headshot, Oi completely unaware. Now the push on towards the A-bomb side has already happened. They've taken the side, has to be the retake attempt. They've got kits available. Lack of utility though, just 1 flashbang, smoke, and a Molotov. Do they see a world in which they win this? Certainly difficult. And down and towards middle, losing that pick, that certainly changes things completely.
Yeah, that is the call for the save. Davidoff doing a great job. Just on the look outside, just making sure it cuts off the rotation, maybe coming in from mid. In fact, he does one better. He gets 2 kills, and that, I feel like that could have easily been the round for Invictus. They had the man advantage, but I'm not too sure about Oi's positioning there. Like, were there like a little bit of miscomms from Flying? Flying probably saying, hey, there's no one who's pushed up towards Moto or towards near library, which is why he repositioned himself. But I felt like if he stayed alive towards the mid pit area, once a hit came in, he could have helped that retake be a little bit more easier. But then again, I guess he decided he had to go for the play. But kudos to Divine. They played it very well. Despite losing the man initially to that wallbang from Flying, they played it so passively. They took their time, cleared out the angles, and in the end, the round does go their way. You gotta feel bad for Pokemon there.
Oh yeah, really not having a great time, but at least the rest of his team still go on to win the round. It could have been perfect. You know, Invictus could have had a brilliant CT half here. I feel like losing that previous round has upset that completely. And, oh, they're just getting unlucky now at this point. Destroyer unscopes as the footsteps come towards him, but outside Gay. 2 big kills, and that changes things completely. There's a chance here for Invictus. Deagles, an AUG, now changed to an AWP.
Look at Flying.
He's going into a real solid position here. Comes down to whether or not he can see Havoc, who's underneath the bridge. Not going to be happening here. They don't see each other. Havoc is aware of the possibility, but he could find the bomb here, Flying. But Havoc, surely he finds this kill. There's no way. Oh, the barrel's been spotted. Flying knows he's there, and there's going to be the kill. The bomb is on the floor. The AK available to Flying as well. Oh, what a play from him so far. Now the bomb back on the stairs. Flying, looking to be the absolute thorn in their side. Zividov and Tyke into a 2 versus 3 right now. 40 seconds still in play. Oi covering off the mid play as well. Sees the bombs down and towards the stairs. It's been picked up. Yorp still over here towards the B-bomb site. Outside guy looking for the lineup, and well, he's not hitting the shot. Was the big kill coming through, and well, outside guy now the smoke up at his face. A little bit of a gap to play with, but 23 seconds left. Divine Vendetta needs to go in that gap. Well, outside guy cannot use the gap to his advantage. Bomb plant will come through, and now it's going to be a retake from the Invictus side. They don't have a kit, so keep note of that.
That is coming down to Davidoff alone now. Bear in mind, this is 3 plays with pistols. Great shot just before the smoke blooms. Unnecessary peek, I feel like, from Oi. And Davidoff now, he's got to walk in through the smoke if he wants it. Flying just taps the bomb.
Huge.
And Davidoff, the patient, works out. Almost gets taken out through the smoke to 21 HP. Flying doesn't have a kit. He needs to make up his mind. What does he do here? He doesn't tap the bomb again, but he finds a killer to Davidoff, but there's no time remaining. Davidoff has done enough. And with that, round number 7 for Divine Vendetta to tie things up. Again, these rounds coming down to the wire, but at least Divine, they do survive that scare. Again, it was just the pistols and those saved rifles from the CD side. And mainly Xiao Sage just being a hero, an absolute hero on his B-bomb side. And yeah, despite it looking pretty grim for them, they do hold on, and with that, tie things up.
Yeah, that's a big clutch in Davidoff. The 1 versus 3, I mean, he plays it to perfection, really. Just kind of delaying as long as he can. Knows it's likely they don't have a kit in play. And now we go into the last round of the half. This could go either way right now. Invictus do have the money in the previous round, of course, going in from pistols now into the full buy. And Divine Vendetta, it's the AK-47s in play. Good start. Pokemon finding the opening kill. Just Gay gone, and he's been such an influential player for them. Destroyer peeking down and towards middle again. How many times? He's really slow to react a lot of these situations, unfortunately.
I'd also have the caveat that both teams are playing with a pretty substantial ping disadvantage.
Yeah, that's definitely something to take note of.
I believe, like, I'm obviously not privy to all the, you know, which server and whatnot, but based on my experience, it would be a Singaporean server where the Middle Eastern team get about close to like 100 ping, while even Invictus will be having 100 because they're playing from China. Right, China to Singapore is quite a distance, and I feel like it's the fairest possible solution to the ping disadvantage of Viva. Bomb spotted out. He needs to take the deal here, or else he's pretty much done for, but 1v3, they're all going to peek him together. Divine Vendetta, Dinko, they go to second half with a 1-round lead on the T side.
Now that is impressive. And I have to say, for a large part of that first half, it looked like Invictus were going to have a convincing lead coming in from the CT side. Then the round happened. The one I'm talking about is the one where we see Flying and Viva peek out from the back of the B bomb site. They get lined up. That round, that changes things completely. This good CT half coming in from Invictus is ruined. Rounds picked up for Divine Vendetta. They're back into it. And they go into the second half of the lead. So, really good stuff in Divine Vendetta. They're showing that they can compete against some of the best teams in this tournament. Invictus looking good coming into this event. They have come from the China qualifier as well, so this is pretty nuts. Invictus getting to this point. He taking down Tai Lu, but now Divine Vendetta bringing them a fight. Gonna be a push up in towards middle with the Glocks here. Good start from Davidoff. Tyke as well. Clean up inside of the middle aisle. And now the kills continue to be picked up. 9-7. A brilliant pistol round from Davidoff and Tyke. 5 kills between them.
Clean hold from Divine Vendetta. Invictus trying to just kind of take that the brackets control early on. But I like that from Divine Vendetta. I like how they're forcing Invictus to take the fights towards top and mid. They're not just, you know, going to be happy just playing from the sights and setting up crossfires. Great shots from Ty. He's been really on point with the pistols. Doesn't matter if it's Tech 9, Glocks, USPs, or even a Deagle. So Invictus now with the Deagles. That scares me, Dinko. That is always so terrifying. Ooh, I like that. I like that. But Oi replies back with 2 quick, clean shots of his own. And now Davidoff stuck towards mid. The thing is, he has his teammate that's Havoc waiting towards Apps. And they might just peek this one together. They haven't spotted anyone out yet. Havoc sees one, but Viva punishes him. Is it happening again, Dinko? Is it happening again?
Yes. And while Pokemon, the last remaining player, he's down in Banana. Oh, this is just unbelievable. You know, Invictus, they can lose a pistol round. It's fine. They don't even need a bomb plant from the T side. They can afford Deagles in the second. I feel like they should just probably buy Deagles into pistol rounds. Maybe that's where they could win pistol rounds.
I like how Flying is selling this over. This Pokemon gets spotted out, but now the T's know where they are. Why is he running? He's so close by. Pokemon hears this, and he's gonna find one. Does he expect the second kill? No, he doesn't. The second player, rather. And Oi, position compromise. USP versus a Deagle. And a Deagle comes out on top. Chalk one up again. Well, it was... How many kills was it with the Deagle? 4 or 5? I think it was all 5. That is just ludicrous. Yeah, 5 kills again with the Deagles. And Invictus, man. It's almost like, at this point, why do you guys even buy guns?
Exactly. Just go Deagles every single round. We get exciting, clean clinical headshots. Although I have to say, Blair, what are Divine Vendetta doing in terms of their aggression, though? They're just asking for it.
I actually kind of liked it. I won't lie. I liked how they're trying to just shut it down before Invictus got into any positions. But yeah, I mean,
Invictus seemed to be ready for it, though. Like, they were in positions that were available, like good enough positions to be able to hold on for aggression. That's the only issue for them. They got shut down. Destroyer gets a good opening kill into this. Well, I feel like something's broken here. I was a little confused for a second. I was like, I see Destroyer getting a kill, but nothing's actually happened here.
Yeah, it seems like the hut is... Is it stuck? Because Havoc's dead. I'm confused. It's a 2v4. It's a 2v4. I think the HUD should refresh for the next round. For a moment, I think even I felt like madness has finally crept
Yeah, it's
in.
like,
And,
well,
you know.
yeah, it's been happening. It's been a slow process, but we're now at our final destination, blah. But if you take a look at the minimap, you will see 2 players on the CT side stuck in unwinnable positions, really. So Invictus are going to find this follow-up round, 9-9, they even up the scoreline.
Those Divine Vendetta, they're gonna be little annoyed at themselves for. Think about it, right? The 2 rounds of loss so far, just to the Deagles, albeit they also won one of their 4 spies, but this could have been them with a pretty formidable lead. With Invictus having the eco at the moment, it's just tie things up. And the worrying thing for me is, if I'm a Divine Vendetta fan, is Invictus' CD side problems, but the T sides are always really solid. And they actually had a pretty decent CT side. So now they have a number of rounds to work with here. So they're going to be... oh, okay, I didn't notice that. That is ludicrous. Oh, how did he not see him? It's like... yeah, 4v3. 4x3. 4x3 or 4x3 stretch, I don't know, but definitely 4x3. Flying there. He could have got both the kills, actually. That is so ludicrous.
Okay, Pokemon's just running down Banana, spamming through with the UMP, cashes out. So again, that's the most tilting way to die, really, and you're getting a taste of your own medicine, really. Now 9-9, we've got an advantage to play here for Divine Vendetta, looking to see what they can do with the Deagles of their own. Now Destroyer has been hit or miss. He's got to be off towards long. Currently 10-11, still respectable scoreline, of course. Pike playing back in the pit, has got Havoc off towards the long side to help him out, but Viva there with the kill. Destroyer with the follow-up on the FAMAS, and now Tyke under pressure, taken down by the AK. There was chances here, but it looks like they're slowly slipping away. Pokemon on the other side of the map, and there's just no getting back into this one, surely.
Pokemon, the star of their win over Mazlai. And alongside Havoc, they really gave us a showing in that game. But I feel like Mazlai right now the weakest team in the entire tournament, at least based on the couple of games we've seen so far, right?
Yep. Well, we haven't got to see. I think we'll confirm that later on in our next matchup.
When you see Lucid Dream,
yeah, because Lucid Dream are the one team that could be the worst. And obviously, we don't really know what to expect for that roster. But in terms of what we've seen so far, Mazlai is certainly the weakest team.
Yeah, 100%. And I feel like Brent's win yesterday gave them, I think, suddenly they look pretty decent. Like, they can take out a team like Tiger for AK. Yep, there we go. Yeah, if they can take out a team like Tiger, even though it was very belabored, it was a long series, and they had to have a lot of hero moments. Hey, a win is a win, right? So I feel like Brent are going to be a little scared right now. So a little bit of a stat for you guys. Divine Vendetta, they have had 3 rounds with Deagles, and they did not win a single one. While for Invictus, 2 rounds they had the Deagles. It just works out wonderfully. I guess the Chinese Deagles are better than the Middle Eastern ones. I don't know about the guns though, but at least the Deagles, it's insane.
Oh yeah, it really is. I think Invictus kind of remind me of a CIS team in that respect. That kind of playstyle is just so good at the Deagle rounds, and then you just see these gun rounds who are just so questionable. Viva is going to get a good start though. Pokemon going down. He wants to play with the rifle, the one player that could do anything in this round, and he's gone. But now, Divine Vendetta, they have got the Deagles. It's time to try and change that stat a little bit. 5-7 CZ in here as well. Still so much time for Invictus. So now that they've got this man advantage, they can really slow things down. But Ezram, he finds an AK again. Let's see if he can do anything with it.
I want to, like, theory craft something with you, right? Like, they had Pokemon with the saved AK-47. They flash him into its banana. He sticks around too long, going for the full spray there, and he gets punished for it. But wouldn't it be better if you had all these pistols, like, have someone else peek with him? Maybe have 2 more CDs peek alongside him, help out that AK-47, get a trade?
Yeah, I don't think you want that AK to be peeking its own, because then they can all focus that one player, and it becomes much easier to take down the rifle player. So you definitely want to create a little bit of chaos with the pistols. You're always guaranteeing yourself at least one kill in that situation, at least the trade. And also that rifle can be picked up immediately from the rest of the players. So yeah, I think you definitely want to get a little bit more action going down and towards Banana there, especially if your whole playstyle is off the back of one AK. Kind of hoping you're putting all your hopes on the one AK you've saved over, sending it to its very likely death early on into a round. Well, that's not the way to go about things.
Well, this time around, Invictus making sure that the final player, Edgeham's nowhere close by. Edgeham, of course, saving the AK-47. It's going to come in handy. Pretty handy. Like, the money still won't be that solid. Of course, a buy will be coming in. But if you look at it, like, we expect to see an AWP maybe being dropped towards Havoc, or he's going to probably go for the glass cannon. I'm not too sure. But having an AK will definitely be something that you'll be happy with. However, trailing by 2 rounds. For Divine Vendetta, they need to start stringing a few rounds together here on the CT side, because you don't want Invictus to run away with this. Invictus's money is already looking quite formidable as well. And T side, Inferno, you know, maybe a few Tech 9s. Forget the Tech 9s. It's just a deagle for Invictus, along with a little bit of utility. They can still win it against your rifle. So Invictus T side, always dangerous. They have money built up. They have the 2-round lead. And this, I feel like, heading into the second half, Divine Vendetta had the edge. But that edge has suddenly got very, very dulled.
Invictus, just the constant battle has blunted their blade. And while now we go into the next one, Invictus gaming with the full save, obviously keeping most of the players alive. There'll be so much money building up on this team. Always got 9.7k in the bank. We're looking good for the rest of the team as well. This is do or die time, essentially, if they want to continue to compete the start of the second half here, Divine Vendetta. The buy comes through as the AWP out for Davidov. And some big clutches for them in that first half. Invictus immediately, with most of their players down into a second middle. You have got one player down in the bottom of mid. That's okay, just kind of making sure that banana aggression doesn't come in immediately. But mid push straight away. Davidov gonna be under pressure here as he tries to handle it. The flash is up, he goes behind the smoke, then refaces while blind. Flying with the headshot, the lineup coming in. A good chance here for Edgeram to shut it all down, although he will eventually fall himself. It's just Pokemon coming back over from the B bomb site. Destroyer, low HP. That's again not exactly the highest HP either. And Pokemon has a chance to win this, but 2 different positions. The pit is the big issue right now, but he seems to be aware of that possibility. The Molotov, though, is going to go towards big pit, not mini pit. So Shagay can just hold this position, and now Pokemon walks into the bomb site, over the top of the box, but Destroyer's there. The headshot collected, and a 12th round for Invictus. It was a pretty scrappy round on that A bomb site, but Invictus managed to pick it up, and I'm a big fan of that change in pace. I like the quick play up middle, catches Divine Vendetta off guard.
Yeah, you gotta give them kudos for that. Very well played in the end. And even the trades were so on point. Like, the 3 players on the bomb side, they had a pretty decent crossfire setup. It looked like it was potentially might even go their way. But yeah, there you have it. Invictus, 12-9. I just want to point out a quick stat. Pokemon has been involved in... Where did that stat go? Oh, there it is. Pokemon has been involved so far in 12 duels. Opening duels so far. And he's won 5 and lost 7, but he has been by far the one player on both the sides just making initial contact with their opposition. So it seems kind of to be like, I wouldn't necessarily call it the entry fragger, so to speak, but at least he's the guy who likes making contact initially for his team.
Loves to get involved in those fights. You did see some of those opening duels you would rather he wasn't involved in. I mean, specifically that round we had the AK, the solo AK, but those kills coming in immediately in reply. Edgeram taking down Destroyer, but then falls immediately after it. It's like one bullet was released from the AWP at the same time, basically. 4v4. And now, Invictus gathering themselves in Banana. 4 players coming over towards this side of the map. Davidov. It's going to be the player peeking out with the deagle first from CT spawn. Pokemon playing at first oranges. Smoke goes down, flash is good. Good utility usage here from Invictus. And it's a quick take of the B-bomb side. Big kill on the Davidov as well. Flying straight through the smoke. Flying goes through it and finds another. And that's Havoc gone. just tight coming back from the A bomb site. Nice shot on the Deagle, but any more than this really should not be expected. Mike is going to be under so much pressure. Okay, takes him down, and it's 13-9. Invictus really have ramped it up in the second half here. It was looking like it was going to be competitive, but Invictus get control. A couple of rounds that come down to close, but for the most part, Invictus have been looking pretty dominant on this T side. They're ferocious on the T side. That's the thing with this Invictus team. They understand the pacing, and they know when to just straight up rush and take the utility in at the right time. They knew CT was going to be smoked just at that perfect time, so they could focus the fight on towards the bomb site. They flick back through the smoke as well. And Divine Vendetta, I feel like, especially in that round, obviously they had the pistols, don't really have the utility to hold it off, but even in the gun round, we didn't really see them hold it off too well. They couldn't handle the pressure, the immediate pace that was being set by Invictus.
Oh yeah, 100%. And also, if you just look at the scoreline as well, Divine Vendetta, they came into the second half with an 8-7 one-round lead, and they won the pistol. It was a very, very clean pistol win ever since then. Just Invictus Deagle's rifle to just run away with this, and I don't think a single round ever since then has really been that close, apart from that, I think it was like a 1v2 scenario, but even that looked very unlikely for Pokemon to win. Edge Ram, though, nice shot to Xiao Sage, spotting out the traces from the AK-47 and triangulating his position. Doing a good job here, staying alive. You know, just holding towards the top of Banana. That's one part of the map cut off for Invictus for the time being. Here comes a hit towards brackets, though. Viva finds Edge Ram. That's a huge kill. That's a huge kill. Now, is that going to draw the rotation? But they're opting to stick towards A, Dinko. They're thinking that the T's are still going to commit towards his A bomb site. That's a very, very ballsy gamble. And considering it's 13-9, I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe just going for the save here, perhaps. But I don't know. I'm not too sure about this. Oh, they should just go for the save at this point.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think you
went for the full commit. You went for the full gamble. Yeah, gamble doesn't pan out. Yeah.
I think as soon as they're going to try anyway, aren't they? They go back to Banana. Viva takes down Pokemon. Oh. Wait, was there ever a thought in their head that made them think this is going to work out? I mean, it's just not looking great for them from the onset. So, yeah, you either go for that gamble and commit to it, or you don't. And unfortunately, they lose this round because of it. And they don't really have money. I'm not a fan of that decision. That's the kind of decision that you realize Divine Vendetta aren't a team that's been together playing proper Counter-Strike for a long time. Those decisions, they need to be made. The right calls need to be made in terms of their economy for the longevity of this game. And unfortunately, 14-9, we go to the next round. The money's not good at all here for Divine Vendetta. We're likely looking at Invictus hit map point. Divine Vendetta don't really have the funds to stop that from happening.
Yeah, I just want to like break that down for some of our viewers who might be a little bit new to Counter-Strike, probably asking, okay, what was wrong with that setup, right? Fine. So Edgeram holding top of Banana completely makes sense. There was a great peek coming in from Invictus to get the trade. I think it was Viva who got the kill with the AWP. Yeah, it was really instrumental in winning that round. But after they lost Edgeram, they didn't send a single player over. They were so committed on the gamble. All right, guys, they're still going to come. Hey, we can catch them. We're going to lay this trap. But if you're going to gamble with that, that means, fine, that means you're okay losing the B bomb side, and that means you're okay that it is going to be a call for the save. Instead, they hold on for so very long. The bombs made its way. The bombs got planted. Now we spent so much time, and you go in for the rotation that late with no information as to where the post plants might be, and then you just run into Viva's AWP and he shuts you down completely. That is, that's abysmal. That's so very badly played. I can imagine, I can understand why they went for the gamble stack. I even tried to like reason it out to myself. I'm like, all right, that's fine. Just save your guns. In which case, I'll be like, it's okay. You still have the guns to play with into the next round, even though Invictus is going to get around number 14. But that is textbook how not to play that scenario. And one by one, they fall, and Havoc's going to be left alone in a 1v3. Bomb not yet planted. It'll finally go on down. So they're going to save the gun, Dinko, but it looks like whatever good work they did on that first half, it just will not.
Well, map point for Invictus here on Inferno. I mean, signs of life in Divine Vendetta. I never really was expecting much from them coming into Inferno, I'll be honest. I'm kind of scared going into Nuke because, again, that was somewhat of a questionable affair for me as to why they've decided to pick that map, especially because in the last matchup we've seen them pick Dust 2. So you've gone from the least tactical map to one of the most tactical maps, right? A lot of small moving parts that you have to really get down on Nuke. And right now, with the decision making coming in from Divine Vendetta, I'm not really seeing that come through. You know, you've got to have good rotations. You've got to have good comms on that CT side. Really, over on this Inferno CT side, it's been pretty dire. A lot of mistakes in terms of how to manage their economy and look for the future. So, for me, I'm kind of scared moving into a map like Nuke. Would have far rather have had the Dust 2 pick.
I'm actually gonna give Divine Vendetta a little bit of benefit of the doubt for the new pick, because I feel like when it comes to these sort of maps, like a little bit of loosey-goosey maps, right? Like you said, you still need good comms, doesn't matter what the map is, but in a loser map, you know, a map like Mirage or Dust 2, I feel like in the chaos, there is that edge that Invictus will have, because Invictus have played a lot of chaotic games against the likes of, let's say, for example, a Tyloo, or for that matter, even VG Gaming, and I feel like when it comes to crunch, they will be the better team on maps like that. However, in Nuke, if you have a game plan ready, and if you can stick to that game plan, you know, and if you probably have some counters in store for Invictus, might give you the edge. Because let's be real, I don't think they're going to be winning these aim duels more often, you know, more than Invictus are, at least on a map like Dust 2 for that matter. So I can kind of see why they went for this, but right now, two-man advantage. This is the opportunity for Divine Vendetta to get to at least 10 rounds. Flashbang is not good enough, and Pokemon doesn't even land a single bullet onto flying. Now, with 38 seconds on the clock here, Invictus, they need to make a little bit of haste, but they have an opportunity. If Oi finds the kill onto Edge Ram on the B bomb side, that could be it. Flying just pushes in through the smoke, and he's gonna, almost gets a kill into Havoc, but I think it's done his job. If Edge Ram gets taken down, that could be the bomb sub at Edge Ram. He whiffs it. He whiffs it. They're going to get the bomb down, and then it's going to be a 2v3.
So versus 3 favoring Divine Vendetta into this round. Still time on the timer, of course. Destroyer and Oi. Good positions down in towards Ruins. They've got a bit of a crossfire, bit and switch setup. Destroyer taking the initial fight, but Oi in the corner wants to go around this corner now. Havoc low HP inside of CT. Oi finds the headshot. Good position from Destroyer, but he doesn't get a single kill from it. And now Oi has to win it all. The first and not the second. Davidoff coming in again. Another big clutch from him. And Destroyer, how does he not get one kill in that position? If he gets one, that's probably the round done.
Yeah, this round just done, and complete heartbreak for Divine Vendetta. They hold on, though, Zenko. And, of course, they have money for the buy. But look at the cash for Invictus. All 5 players on average about $10,000. And considering it's a 5v3, I would have liked that to be a much cleaner affair from Invictus. But coming down to the 1v1 in the end, I worry for them. If they lose this, they're going to be broke. I mean, they'll have some residual cash, but it won't be good enough. And for Invictus, like I said, they have all the money in the world. They can do whatever they want. Davidoff avoiding the flashbangs. The Molotov getting smoked out, and he's going to go for the reboot. That's ballsy from him, because Vivas is crossing a train, but a perfect peek from Man, and that is going to be the kill. Davidoff peeks out again, falls back. Jesus, you've done your job. Let it go. This consistent aggression, it scares me.
Well, it has worked for Divine Vendetta, and they look to go again. Ezram looked like he's going to go around the corner. I was not going to be a fan of that, but he hides around the half wall at the moment. And there he goes, peeks.
Oh.
Osage gives away his position with that flashbang. Ezram luckily still safe around the corner. Davidoff going for the shots. It's being tagged up, so wants to leave the position. Now 50 seconds left on that timer. Where are they going to go with this? Invictus with 2 players in towards Banana. 1 prong to the approach. Inside of the balcony. Towards the A-bomb site. Now the push comes back in towards A. Flying has a good position up here. Always coming around the long side. It's down to whether he can find a kill here, I feel. There's a player in the library. Or he could flank around the backside, but he's been spotted. Pokemon sees him go towards the archway. This applies a little bit of pressure onto his attention, and the smokers are blocking Tyke's info. He's stuck in default, but it doesn't matter. The kills keep coming in for Divine Vendetta. Not a single frag picked up for Invictus. 15-11, Divine Vendetta, that's a clean round. A big round from Havoc. And he delivers 14 kills now on the board.
Havoc having a I wouldn't really say very quiet game, but compared to his showing on alongside Pokemon against Marzalite, is it more like everyone else stepping up, or like Havoc and Pokemon underperforming? I don't know. I still feel it's like too early to call right now, but a good hole, a very, very solid hole. Davidoff walks in. Ooh, very lucky to stay alive there. Let's continue to hold this top mid position for a while. He does have back in the form of Tyke with the AK-47. Just floating around. I'm really not a big fan of Davidoff, just, you know, playing up close. But yeah, with Tyke being here in his boiler position, it at least ensures that he does have some backup. But Invictus fighting for the brackets control. And eventually it looks like they'll win this. But Flying's pushing pretty deep towards apps. This could get a little dicey. A little bit of miscomms, a little bit of lack of attention from the CTs, and he could potentially find a free kill onto Tyke. Hit coming in towards A, Flying gonna jump on out, clears out close. They know where he is, the 4 players from the A bomb side, and Flying will get his head ripped from his shoulders. Pokemon getting the kill. And with that, it looks like Invictus is going to be heading back towards B, where once more it's going to come down to Mr. Edge Ramp, but this time it just has the M4 to work with.
Well, Ram just back up on the coffins. Now the M4 about to swing around the corner. Good headshot, Viva with the kill on the AWP. Now Davidoff just sitting back in behind the smoke. Bomb plant will come through. Pokemon with a headshot. Destroy coming back in as well. Now it's a 3 versus 3. An equilibrium once more established. And Divine Vendetta, they've got to go for this B retake. They have got kits, they have got utility, and a little bit of time to play with now as well. Nice position, quite strong. Should be good for at least 1 kill if they do round the corner, especially with the backup of Viva. He goes forward, good headshot. Now an opportunity on the second, but he spots Tyke crossing. Ah, there we go. Oi with a headshot. He's playing this one so well. He's confident, he's skilled, and Davidoff, he will finally shut him down, but it's Invictus Gaming that will be taking the win here. 16-11 on Inferno. A little bit labored towards the end there.